down with an ankle sprain on March 6th, but the Knicks, they've managed to go 8-5 since then, and now they eagerly await the return of their star guard, which means that New York is also eager to hear from our senior insider, Shams Charania, who is joining us now. Shams, what more can you tell us about when we could see Jalen Brunson back on the floor?
Malika, some good news for New York. I'm told that Jalen Brunson is progressing close to a return to action. There is optimism for Brunson that he will be able to make it back to the floor sometime within the next few games for the Knicks. They have a back-to-back Saturday in Atlanta and then Sunday at home against the Phoenix Suns. That is within the realm of when he could be back in action for the Knicks. It's been about a month since he's been out. He has resumed full basketball activities. He's on pace to be the first Knicks player ever, 25 points and 7 assists per game. They need him back healthy for this playoff stretch run.
Absolutely. Just about 14 days left here in the regular season. We will be seeing a whole lot of you. Shams, thank you so much for stopping by NBA Countdown here. And while Knicks fans, they are ready certainly to see Jalen Brunson back on the floor, they're also ready to see their team put up a fight against the NBA's best. New York is winless against the Celtics and Cavaliers so far this season, trailing by 25 plus in 4 of the 5 losses to the 2 teams above them here in the standings, as you can see. Joined now by NBA champ Kendrick Perkins, Hall of Famer Michael Wilbon. Perk, the Knicks, they have 3 more cracks at these top teams before the playoffs arrive. It starts, of course, tonight in Cleveland. What kind of statement can New York make in this one?
Well, they can make a statement to themselves, right? Because they need to make a statement to show that they belong. They need to feel like they belong. And when I say belong, because they haven't beat the Celtics, because they haven't beat the Cavs, they need that win, especially to make them feel good going into the postseason. Right? The trust has been broken in that locker room, in my opinion. You don't have the back and forth between players and coaches if the trust is there, like we had a few weeks ago between Mikal Bridges and Tom Thibodeau not being on the same page. Going into the postseason, you need to see in a game like this that I trust Tom Thibodeau's system, and Tom Thibodeau need to see that I trust my players, that if I put them out there, they're going to be able to capitalize and do what I need them to do.
Perk, I'm glad you mentioned Tibbs. Because what I wonder is, so many teams, and you have been on some of these teams, they get a bounce from regular season to playoffs.
Yeah.
You know there's going to be another game. Do we get that with Tom Thibodeau teams? I mean, don't we see closer to the result you're going to get all season long? They come closer to maxing out in terms of result, even in the regular season.
And see, that's a problem. That's a problem. And today when we was having our call, our good friend Terrell Boozer, my brother, he said that, hey, they're ahead of schedule. I said, who ahead of schedule? The Knicks? The Knicks team that went, to the second round last year, that gave up a mansion to get Mikal Bridges and went out and got Karl Anthony Towns. That team, they're trying to win the championship. Minimum, you should be trying to get to the finals, to conference finals. But here's the thing. When you bring up Tibbs, today is going to be a prime example, right, of Tom Thibodeau. You cannot be in the drop coverage with Karl Anthony Towns today defensively. These are one of those games, one of those moments where you challenge him and you say, you know what? Hey, Cat, switch everything. I want to see you slide those puppies on Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. I want to see you have some type of pride in yourself to be able to guard, because I need to see if it's going to work. So if we do match up in the second round, in the conference finals, if you get past the Celtics, I need to see if you're able to guard and take on the challenge.
Perk, I'm worried about them in the first round.
Oh.
I'm worried about the Knicks in the first round. Man, you look at the matchups. There's a total wild card in that middle. We don't know who's going to be out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. We don't know if we're going to get Dame back and when that might be, and to what level of effectiveness he's playing, and that could be a matchup. And probably not going to get Detroit, but in the first round, if you have a Detroit Knicks matchup the way those two teams are playing right now, Jalen Brunson have to be in full effect and showing no lingering effects from that ankle injury if I'm going to take them to beat Detroit in the first round.
Okay, but that's the glass maybe half empty look at the New York Knicks. The glass half full could be, okay, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. They have really shown that they have taken strides without Jalen Brunson. Of course, you need a little bit of time, Michael Wilbon, in order to get Jalen Brunson back into the mix and keep these two guys at the level that they've been playing without Brunson. But is there something there? Have they found something that they can keep rolling once their franchise superstar is back?
And they have so little time. Look, there are going to be any practices, or very few. And you saw those number of games. We're talking, so if Brunson gets back and you've got 2-3 games to have this different Knicks offense in effect where Jaylen is not as ball dominant, where he's sharing the wealth. How sustainable is that, having not done it all season? They're playing so differently, Malika. I know it sounds half empty again, but if we're going to look at the Knicks, we know the assets. They've been a top 5 defense since Mitchell Robinson has come back. We know that's a place they can sustain because they do that regularly under Tibbs. But otherwise, are they going to be able to do these things that we have not seen them do? And they almost have to do on command with no rehearsal time when Jaylen's back in that lineup.
That's what the dress rehearsal is for. It's basically just the show. And that's what we could be seeing here with Jalen Brunson coming back, as Shams is saying, getting closer to that point. Although tonight, it will not be easy. The Cavaliers are looking to finish out one of their best seasons. 63 wins on the season. That's their most since the franchise moved to Oklahoma City in 2008-2009. But the dominance does not stop there. They're on pace to shatter the record for the highest points per game differential in NBA history. And with a double-digit win tonight, they could match the 71-72 Lakers for the most victories by at least 10 points in NBA history. And one key factor for them, it's once Oklahoma City gets rolling,
hello, world. Damn it, you know I'm always looking, and I do spot a problem. A big problem for the rest of the league and the Western Conference, and it's 2 bigs for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. And I want y'all to see this because I love this right here. 2 high IQ bigs. Look at Chet Holmgren right here in this pick and roll. Look at Isaiah Hartenstein playing this dunker spot. Big to big passing on the same target with the chemistry. Lob to the basket. He go up, he snatch the screws out the rim. Now we run this next clip. Reverse the roles. Chet Holmgren. SGA can't get open. Little quick handoff, rescreen. Look at Chet in his corner. He could have stayed there for the tray ball because he shoot the 3 well. Instead, he eases in. He sees the defender, Isaiah Hartenstein, lobs it up to him to the basket. When these two are played together, the Thunder are 14-2 this season, which is going to cause big problems for the rest of the league, especially the Western Conference. It's the reason the Lakers, LeBron James, then wanted to go out and get a center.
Well, that's right, Burke. The Thunder, they have a chance to win 70 games this season. That's something only the 2015-16 Warriors, the 95-96 Bulls have done in NBA history. And according to ESPN Analytics, they have a 20% shot to join that group. So, Mr. Wilbon, we have laid out the stats. We have spied the reasons. We see this OKC, the company they could potentially be joining here. You are our resident historian. And before you get
that, means I'm old.
You were going to say that.
You're calling me old, Malika.
I'm not telling you that you need to tell us to get off the lawn, but can you put into context just how special this team is?
Yeah, you mentioned only those 2 teams have done it.
Yeah.
Even 67, 68 wins get you into a rare club, and the teams that win 67 or 68, they don't disappoint, okay? Dirk's Mavericks did one year, and the